You're this perp back with another video, and I just got out of checking out an early screener of Sting. This was AMC's Unseen mystery movie tonight, because it was either going to be this or like The First Omen. I didn't think it was going to be the First Omen, just because that's like a major release. Usually when it's these Unseen movies, it's usually movies that they think aren't going to do as well. It's very rare that's going to be a big release like that. But I am happy that I got to see this, because I saw a lot of people kind of mixed reactions to Sting as a whole. Like, some people aren't really interested in it, but now I'm kind of curious to see the people that got to see it with me as well on this night, like their thoughts on this movie, if their thoughts have changed, because this was a very fascinating movie. You have this little girl, Charlotte. She's like a teenage, I think she's probably like 12 years old or something like that. She's living with her mom, and her stepfather, Ethan, and they're all like living within this like boarding house that's like ran by their grandmom, which she had, Grandma Helen. She has dementia, so she can't really remember things. She forgets things more than Joe Biden. And this is a horror comedy, so there are some things that are funny, but some things that are a little too forced. But it's also some dark shit in this as well. Like, it has a really good family dynamic when we kind of see the relationship between Charlotte and Ethan being this comic book writer, you know what I'm saying, and artist. And she's even, Charlotte's even got her own comic out, you know, they've collabed. But there's this kind of tension between the family and him trying to, you know, have her accept her as like her father. And I really like that. And here comes this spider. And I like the little subtle references to Charlotte's Web, because, you know, Charlotte's Web spiders, that's pretty cool. You know, Charlotte um, finds herself this spider, you know what I'm saying, that kind of comes out of nowhere. They kind of just give you this kind of setup, and they kind of go back in time a couple days, and pretty much to let you know how we got to this point in the beginning of the movie. And once Charlotte kind of gets a hold of Sting, that's what she calls the spider, she starts to kind of treat it like a pet. And from that moment on, the movie pretty much just builds and builds, and we just kind of just focus on the family drama for a majority of this movie, while this spider is continuously kind of getting bigger and bigger by the hour, you know, by the day, really. So as you have this family drama going on, Charlotte's not really picking up on the fact that Sting is out here causing havoc in this boarding house with these other residents and whatnot, which those kills were really brutal. You know, it I was starting to get a little nervous because they were doing those cutaways, but anytime they cut away, they'd cut back to exactly what's going on. And, you know, a character might just be completely mangled or just looking disgusting with all this webbing all over him. And I just like the practical effects that were used in this, even though like the spider itself is CG. It's not the cleanest CG, but I like the fact that they kept everything else practical, and everything really flowed really well for the runtime. I didn't really feel bored. Like I said, they kept you really engaged with just everything that was going on between Charlotte and Ethan's characters. I would say they are the only interesting characters that you're going to care about, to be honest, if you look at that as a positive or negative. There's things that you could definitely nitpick about this movie, you know what I'm saying. I could see some people having some issues with just the humor and them trying to force a lot of humor, unnecessary humor, where it didn't need to kind of be placed at. But once you like saw the trailer for this and you saw a spider that could whistle, you already knew what you were kind of getting yourself into. But I think what's going to surprise people is just that whole family dynamic that's going on in this movie and the stakes in this movie. And there's definitely something that they're setting up towards the end, which I'd be so down for a sequel for this movie. But yeah, don't sleep on this. When this releases next month, definitely go check it out. If you get around to checking it out, let me know your thoughts of it in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.